Okay, and here we are once again in the wonderful world of Denizens. Yay, let's get our shit together, if we possibly can, after that fascinating conversation about dessert. Let's get a fortune pool together and pick up where we last left off. Who wants to get the ball rolling? Shagbok, do you want to roll a d6?
Yeah. Yay!
A 2, okay. Where's my fortune tokens gone? I've stolen. Someone stole them. Is that you, Ragnarok?
Oh.
No, I haven't touched them. Oh,
I'm just accusing you.
It's not me. It's not me. Why is it always Ragrat?
It nearly always is.
Thief is why.
Right. Okay, put that on the top. That's yours. Okay. Uta Rigner.
Come on.
4. Okay, so that fortune token is yours. Do you want to drag it, or do you want me to drag it?
I got it.
You got it. Jabir.
Alrighty.
Oh, whitey. 3. That's another one.
Nice.
3 out of 3 fortune points in the pool. Oh, I've just nicked that one over there. Right, Raggy of the Rut hasn't got a history of rolling sixes at all. 1.
Hey.
Okay. Given that we are without Shazguth, again, poor Shazguth. Utarigna as Deputy Shazguth, would you like to roll for of them?
Yes, I will. She might die this session. She's okay for the moment.
4.
Da-dum.
Hang on a minute. Have we got where to pull? 1,
Got it?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, who stole? Why is there an extra one? Yeah, give me that.
I don't know.
I'll have that over there.
I don't know.
Mhm.
I only put 1 over. I promise.
Blame Ragnarok. Okay, so
Bloody snagger.
1 for the dark forces.
You?
I roll a 1.
There you go. Wicked. That's for us.
That's for you. And then Merelicious.
Whack. Monsieur Merelicious.
Yeah, we've decided after the debacle of last time of me fratting away all my fortune points for your ally that he should be part of the pool. He manages to roll
Zone.
a 4.
Okay.
So you
Oh,
can,
okay.
I'll slide one off for him.
Alright, boom.
Look at that.
All those.
All in.
Nobody use them.
Yeah.
Nobody use them. Nobody give them to Steve. Let's roll. 6 of them, 7 of them. Shit.
So last time you had just rescued Merelicious from the pit. Well, that's not true. You coerced Cob into digging him out, threatening to stay there and set up camp in perpetuity. And he was disgusted and repelled by that idea. After you've basically slaughtered the majority of his family and his boogans. And so you have followed Merelicious, who has limped off into the caves, suffering as he is from the moment from an injury, which is twisted ankle, which means he moves at -3. So it's slow progress as you limp away. And yes, good question for Shagbok in the old chat there. You can drag a fortune point on for services to journal writing and have it in your personal pool. So that will give you another one, Shagbok. And another one for you to Rigna.
Secure.
You drag the token, but you roll it over to your avatar.
Oh, over to the avatar.
It's that place where you like to put cards. Remember?
Hang on. No, don't know where it's gone.
Oh, what have you done with it? Hang on, I'll give it to you. Look, there we go. Look.
There you go.
Good, yeah.
Well, you've got loads.
I know, you're hoarding them.
He has got
Yeah.
quite a little hoard there. I'll just reset our whizzy bits. There we go. In the wrong order. I don't like it when they're in the wrong order, but it's serious on top, moderate in the middle, and grievous on the bottom, so we're just going to have to deal with it. I don't like it, it's in the wrong order. So, Merelicious limps off, leading the way, hobbling, "Here this way," and leads you into this ongoing, snaking sequence of tunnels. And from here we enter into a seamless montage of stumbling around caverns and tunnels for days on end. You spend the best part of a week and a half, 2 weeks being led by Merelicious through this tunnel complex, and he will take the role of guide, and we are going to do a bit of cabin base wilderness fucking about, as the expression goes. That's us demonetised because I swore already.
Okay. Does that mean that us folks who are injured can get rid of our injuries?
I think certainly if you've got a wound, then yes, in the course of these 2 weeks you would have had the opportunity to rest safely with a campfire and watch, so you can get rid of and reset your damage track and your peril track.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Let's just do that as opposed to painstakingly rolling everything. I wave my hand. It's done.
Okay.
I don't think I've got any.
Alright, it's nothing to brag. Just get more involved.
Yeah.
Well, you
didn't
say,
do
like-
anything, Ragnarok.
What do you mean? I strangled 2 of those stupid things to death.
I didn't see you do that.
Well, that's because you didn't see it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen,
Does.
Master.
That is what it means. You're lucky I let you keep that knife. That's mine. You just look after it.
How do I know if I've got peril or damage?
In combat.
Yeah, in the combat section,
Yeah.
it will either you've got the damage track and the peril track with a drop down menu.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It says unhindered and unharmed. So
There you
I haven't
are.
got anything then.
Yeah. Now, I would like to say
Okay.
that Merelicious the Hobgoblin is unhindered and unharmed, but he is not. He is labouring under an injury caused by his impromptu journey to the bottom of the pit. Well, not quite all the way to the bottom. He fell into a crevasse and landed on a convenient sort of shelf of rock, and he has got a twisted ankle. So, I mean,
Is
Well,
it?
could I do a bit
Healable
of healing
injury.
on him?
yes, that could
Can I
be
help
done.
him?
You can help him one evening, as you are resting with the campfire burning and healing injuries. Now he has a moderate injury. Healing a moderate injury requires a treat injury, and it being Oh, so you would need to make a routine heal test. Perhaps fashioning a
assist.
splint or something similar. You may assist, and you can give a d10 dice.
Yeah, I'm going to use
So-
intimidation.
Stand
So
still!
you better heal him up. He's our guide.
Oh, I see.
Sure.
So, this is going to sound like a really stupid question, as I am supposed to be like a surgeon, but how do I do a heal roll?
So
skill?
you have a heal skill.
Yeah. Yeah.
and you're rolling that.
Oh, I
and
know.
This is routine.
I know.
Yeah.
No. It's because I had it in edit. And I'm like
Oh.
looking at it thinking, what?
It's not there. Alright, you've got a 5 on the 10
And that's my help.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, can I synergize, scrutinize?
Indeed.
I'm going to scrutinize his injury. Okay.
Massive, swollen, bruised ankle. Ooh, nicely done. Okay.
See, Ragrat will make you better.
So you use a combination of splints under the watchful eye of Utarigna, who is urging you to be successful, and perhaps some
Luminovia.
soothing sort of balm of wet bandages, and you treat his moderate injury. So he begins recuperation. It's 1d10 plus 1 days to fully recuperate from a moderate injury.
Nice.
3 days. Okay, so effectively by the end of your sojourn through these caverns, he is fully recovered. In fact, in a matter of a few days, he transforms from hobbling around on his splint and limping and cursing to complaining less and less frequently, until a few days later you are able to remove the bandages to prevent ongoing infection and sort out the splints, and he is able to walk without any further hindrances. Which means you start to pick up a bit of speed because you were getting a bit frustrated at the lack of progress. So this is hard terrain. So any tests you are making as you navigate your terrain are at -20 at the hard rating. You already have a guide in Merelicious, so he's doing the navigate. We need someone to take on the survivalist role, and we'll be rolling survival tests, and someone to be taking on the scout role, looking ahead and doing stealth tests. So who's doing which role?
Well, I can do.
Survival.
I can do the scout.
There we go then.
I
Okay.
think I'm quite good at sneaking about.
I've got apprentice in survival.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
the only
you
reason
do.
anything better.
Nope.
And we can assist. You can assist. One person can assist the guide, survivalist, and the scout,
Okay.
and offer up a dice.
Alright.
So if we take the guide first, Merelicious, who's charting the course, and needs to make a navigate roll, would anyone be assisting him?
Yeah, Shazgoth could. Because you have to assist with a skill rank, don't you? Can
Yeah.
she use scrutinize to like watch the way and make sure there's nothing that he's missing?
Yeah, there's nothing untoward. Always keeping a watchful eye on him, and Merelicious, I think, feels
Yeah.
simultaneously threatened and comforted by this second guessing of his
Yeah.
every move.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, fabulous. Now, actually, I'm pretty sure he's a fairly terrible guide, because it's flipped fail for navigation because he hasn't got a skill.
Well, there you go. She'll help him.
Yeah. Okay, right, here we go. Let's put him into advanced rolls. And
He knew the way. Just blindly, like, Oliver knew the way. I didn't.
it's hard. It's flipped fail.
There you go. 12. So that 10's from Shazgoth.
So it is only really from the second guessing of Shazgoth that manages to keep Merelicious on track, that one really comes to the fore. Or the one, even.
He's like, don't you mean it's that way, Merelicious?
Yeah, yes, but of course, that is what I said in the first place. Stop interfering. And then he stops going in the opposite direction. I'm going that way. Yes, you're quite right. There's quite a lot of these conversations over the ensuing sort of like days. And then let's sort of like catch up with a snapshot of the survival check. So Shagbok, you're taking the lead in survival. Who's gonna assist with that?
I can. Well, no, I can't because I'm.
You're busy scouting.
aren't I?
Yeah, so Rigna or Jabir?
Yeah, I can help survival.
Yeah, cool.
Excellent. So roll a d10 for us.
Nice.
Gives you a 4. That's not a bad sort of helping roll. So if you want to roll your survival skill and synergize some books.
Synergize awareness.
And it's -20 because this is hard terrain. Confusing, twisting, turning tunnels, and you're trying to plot the safest route, looking out for dangers, crevasses, spider webs, rock falls, and the like.
So most of it, so that's hard, yeah?
It is hard.
Okay. Oh, not hard, this.
Yeah, it's a struggle. Oh, 40 just makes it a fail. What a...
I'm gonna use the thing.
Fortune point? Yes,
Yeah.
that's what the pool's
Yeah.
for. Go ahead.
If I will use one of my own.
Ooh.
As you got so many.
Well, it just means Steve doesn't get one.
See what I have to put up with. Right. Okay. Have a reroll.
Reroll.
Quick foul, quick foul, quick foul, quick foul.
Hard. Oh,
Oh.
I'm gonna do
But-
one more.
Wait a minute though. Wait a minute. Hold on before you spaff any more.
What?
Because you rolled a 92,
Go
but
on.
you are still... That's a replacement for the 60. But you've got a 4 from Jabir, which is a 42.
Yeah,
We still
42.
failed.
40 didn't. Did a fail, yeah.
No,
Hang on.
spaff away. We need to do another roll.
Hang on. What have I got? I'm sure I've got something that will help me with this. No.
No, I don't think you have.
No. Oh god, it's so hard to keep up with all the stuff. Where am I? Survival. Some jobs. Hard.
Just getting rid of those personal tokens.
Success.
Way, go on.
Success.
Go on.
Okay.
Well done.
So, you know, with the aid of Jabir, who is ironically an experienced survivalist, put your heads together with him, and you know you are able to circumnavigate obvious pitfalls, literally, and rather sort of, you know, there are points of these treacherous tunnels and cavern systems where you find portions have been flooded by the Enchanted River, and you have to circumnavigate your way around them, and you spot those dangers and you highlight them, and you successfully navigate your way safely. Now this just leads us to a bit of scouting sort of like required, so let's we have a little montage of Ragra at times scurrying ahead and looking out for obvious dangers on the path, apart from those natural ones, looking out for other denizens in the cavern. So a stealth roll from you, Ragrut, and I guess is this Rigna helping this time?
Yep. Just by completely threatening you all the time.
Just being bullied your way.
Shouting at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a point of
I'm
corruption.
gonna,
Forward.
I'm gonna synergize, scrutinize. I like saying that. Synergize, scrutinize. And are you rolling? Do you roll first then?
I'll do D10
Do
then.
I roll?
Nice.
Ooh.
That's good, right? That's a 0.
It is a 0.
That's
Yeah.
good, right? Brilliant, brilliant. Oof.
So what does that mean in terms of what it adds to my roll? 'Cause I'm
Well,
confused
you'll get
about this.
zero.
have a roll,
Whatever.
and then we have the option of swapping out the 0 for the 0. She rolled 09.
Zero.
If that had been, say, 79 and a fail, you could have swapped out the 10 of the 0 and made it 09.
Okay.
And
Right, okay.
that's
I
how
understand
assist
now.
works in ZWEIHANDER. It's only taken us 6
Right,
sessions to get the hang of this shit.
I'll have forgotten by next week.
So says Steve. So says the GM. Some of us are still scratching our heads.
Exactly. Anyway, I succeeded, so it's all good.
You do, so you keep a low profile at times, you know, sneaking ahead of the party, you know, once you've got a sense from Merelicious as to the general direction you're going. Yeah, we're going this way, we're heading down this path. That's the direction we want. And then getting guidance also from Shagbok, you know, who's warning about treacherous zones and regions of the terrain. And you would sneak ahead back and forth, keeping a wary eye out for potential intruders. To that end, can you roll an awareness for me? As you are stealthing.
Standard.
Yes.
Synergize, scrutinize.
Synergize and scrutinize. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're progressing your way down this tunnel. You have been at this for... well, you've started to lose track of days. But it's been close to a couple of weeks of scratching your way around these filthy, rocky, dark holes. So you're in a pig in muck, because you're orcs, right? Love this kind of stuff, it's beautiful. But still, it's hard going. And you've been wending your way down this tunnel, and you notice this very large sort of cavernous hole in the floor up ahead, which is not unusual. Occasionally there are tunnels that go vertically in different directions. There is a pretty scraggy old looking cobweb stretched across it, and as you look at it you think to yourself, well, that is not a fresh one, it's not a new one, and so you're not too worried. But then you glance and see white bones sticking out of a patch of rubble and rocks. Looks like there's the body of some unfortunate. Now, it's not been unusual for you to see these, but it is potentially a sign that there is something predatory, or has been something predatory in the area. What do you want to do?
So there's bones in rubble, yeah.
Yeah.
And is it before the hole, or after the hole, or
Just
where is
next
in
to
relation
it.
the hole?
Just next to the hole.
Next to the
How
hole.
far away? How far away from the hole am I?
Probably about 10 yards or so away. 30,
Sorry, it's
30
the hole
feet.
in the floor, or
It is in the
wall?
floor, sinking down, yeah.
Sinking down, okay.
And you're well away, you're not here at the moment, because this is Ragrut stealing ahead and reporting back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just sneak a couple of yards closer.
Okay, we'll keep that stealth roll. So you're nice and silent, picking your
Yeah.
footfalls carefully. You see the spider webbing just billowing up slightly, just an updraft of a breeze from somewhere, you imagine.
And I'll stop and listen really hard.
And you've got a successful awareness there. But I'm going to take an eavesdrop now as you specifically focus in on sounds.
Okay. Synergize, scrutinize.
Keeping your eyes peeled at the same time as you listen.
Okay. Presumably don't hear anything.
No, just the faint sound of hard rock music in the background for some reason. You can't hear anything. No. All is
Okay,
deathly
so I'm gonna
quiet.
Sneak.
He's a fortune.
Sneak. Use a fortune point. Actually, yeah, why not? I'll use a fortune point.
Okay. Yep, you've got plenty in the pool there.
Thank you for reminding me they exist.
And
Oh no, I don't
you're
need
a
to
lucky
flip it
get.
yet, do I?
Flip
I'm
it.
a lucky
It's
get.
alright.
Yeah, don't take it away yet.
It's mine.
I might get to use it again.
You may do.
Yay!
Nice. See?
I do get to keep it.
Listening double hard. Listening very hard.
Yeah, you can hear a number of things. One, you can faintly hear the sound of a nasal French hobgoblin voice echoing behind you, just being caught by the happenstance of the juxtaposition of the tunnels. Just that, please, monsieur, from, can't make out what they're saying, but you recognise the reassuring dulcet tones of Merelicious. Having an argument with Shazgoth probably about which way to go. And you catch a faint noise up ahead, but it's not where the bones are, it's not where that hole is, it's echoing faintly from the tunnel up ahead. Probably 30-40 yards away. You can't make out exactly what it is, but it sounded a bit like maybe a sort of brief scratching noise.
Right. I'll sneak ahead another couple of yards.
This brings you closer to the bones in the rubble. And you can see that they are there's still small patches of flesh and skin attached to them. It's a fairly fresh kill, but seems to have been partially buried in dirt and rubble and similar.
Right, can I see any signs of anything valuable? You know, littered in amongst bones and flesh.
Have a scrutinise as you peer at it.
Okay. Nice. Can I synergize awareness?
Sure.
Oh.
So keeping your sense of danger and awareness of the environment open around you, because you don't want to be maliciously jumped on as you pick through the bones. You can see that it is a sort of not an intact what's the word? I'm making
Skeleton?
Yes, but it's the torso, so you know it's the ribs, and it has looks somewhat humanoid. Not an orc though, you don't think, because the colour of the flesh is far too mannish. It's another race. It's not an orc that has succumbed to whatever it is that has rendered this poor traveller to pieces. can see there are fracture marks to the bones, like it has been twisted and ripped, cracked open. So something of some very considerable strength has done this fairly recently. And you see, just sort of also in amongst the dirt, a sort of faint glittering, beckoning within the dust and the gravel.
So the faint glittering.
Mm.
What sort of glittering is it? Is it like the glittering of gold, or?
It is something like that, some kind of precious metal, but of course it's covered in dirt and rubble and dust, and would need for you to handle it, to pick it up, or to brush away the dirt to get a clearer view of it.
I'll just try and keep 3/4 of my awareness on what's going on around me.
Absolutely.
And 1/4 of it on rooting around trying to work out what the glittery thing is.
And so, how do you investigate it? Are you sort of clearing away or reaching out and grabbing it,
Reaching out and going for a grab.
Yeah. So I imagine you're sort of like crouched down at the far end of your reach, an entire 1 foot 3 inches or something. That you grasp it and snatch it up and pull it towards you, and it disturbs a number of bones as you do so, and you pull away at a bandolier that has 3 silver darts tucked into it and 1 empty slot. So it would have originally contained 4, but there are 3 intact silver darts for throwing.
Okay, so
Treasure!
would that tell me that it was a human then? Definitely a human.
You think so, judging from the size of it and the
Right.
proportions and the smell of it.
Okay. Well, I'm not interested in silver darts, so I will sort of pick it up
Mm.
and then just kind of carefully back away.
Yes.
Go tell Master what I found.
So you
Where have you
And
been,
what I
Red
saw,
Hood?
what I
It's been
heard.
ages.
Keeping you safe, Master. Here, have this. And I'll pass him the bandolier and explain about the hole and the webs and the scratchy sound and the dead human.
Okay. Where's Merelicious?
He's currently stood a little way off, consulting with Shazguth. It's only a few yards away. He glances over, as he sees Ragrut return, and then he continues having a discussion about the best way to proceed with Shazguth.
Ragrut, did it look like there was another path out of there?
Another what, sorry? Path?
Path, another way out, tunnel.
I don't know, did I see another tunnel, Steve?
Though it for once it seemed to be just a sort of solitary tunnel, and to the edge of your vision with your dark sight, you could just about see what looked like a sort of a rise, a promontory that you'd have to negotiate, a bit of an uphill, and then the tunnel stretched on into darkness, and that's where you heard the unusual scratching from. So it looked like a single direction.
Okay. No other tunnels, Master.
Is Shagbot anywhere near this as well?
Oh,
No,
you wouldn't
what
be
would
very
you do?
far away. This is where you've all sort of like
Right.
stopped. Yeah. So both of you are close at hand as Ragrut returns.
Come on, Merelicious, which way?
Yeah. He sort of like uses your interruption as an opportunity to escape from, frankly, Shazgus' withering rebukes. Guys, just simply this way, and he takes a sort of jinking tunnel from which Ragrut has just returned from, and I will lead the way if that is acceptable. I am convinced. What?
No.
I lean down and put my hand over Ragrut's mouth. No, I put my hand over Ragrut's mouth before I can speak. Go on then, Merelicious, and let him go forward.
Yep. And with ill-deserved and unfound confidence, he makes his way forward.
And then I'll follow him, but at a distance, and listen out for sounds of him getting eaten or whatever.
Okay.
Why are you trying to kill him, Master? He's supposed to be getting us out.
I want to know if this is safe. He doesn't know the way anyway. It's useless. Might as well do it ourselves.
Nothing to do with me then, nothing to do with Ragrut. Ragrut did not.
Oh, you did right. You found the way out. Just let him... At least you warned us, right?
I warned
You're
you.
looking after my knife.
So
Yes, Master.
Good.
So Merelicious is going on ahead, and then
Yep, I'm going to follow on, but at a distance.
okay,
Just to keep him like in eyesight, sort of thing.
yeah, give him enough rope to hang himself with.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Werewood, let's get a marching order together, as we used to say in the old-fashioned days. Werewood, Shagbok, Jabir, and Ragrut like to be in this merry order.
I'll be in the middle.
Everyone's always in the middle.
Close to the front-ish.
Okay.
You're in the
in
front,
the middle.
Ragrut. You're in front of me. I will shove you in front.
No. Why is Ragrut always got to go at the front?
You're the quiet one. You're the sneaky one.
Just giving you a moment
Well,
to see if
Ragrut will
this.
just sneak along very quietly.
Okay. So we have Merelicious in front,
I've just
Ragrut
got
a little way behind him, then Utarigna and Shagbok close together, and then I guess
quite a way behind him.
Yeah.
I think Jabir would be stuck at the back simply because of his size. It takes a bit longer for him to squeeze around some of the corners.
yeah.
Shazguth will be with Jabir near the back as well.
Along with Bug. Okay.
Yeah, Shazguth is sniffing after the dog still. All the time she's got her eye on that dog.
Right. Let's transfer you to a map purely for illustrative purposes. Just for illustrative purposes
Yeah.
only. No other reason. You should be able to see yourself sort of at the bottom,
Yep.
hopefully.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so you can see Merelicious up ahead, and he's coming close to that very large hole that you saw previously. Yeah, Ragrut. And here up ahead you can see, this rise, which is of a probably 10-15 feet. Of course, it can be relatively easily circumnavigated by sort of like heading over and around in this direction. And the cavern floor here is not level. You find yourself having to sort of like step carefully, and as you have been for the last few weeks, really, navigate your way around not in a very straight sort of like fashion. And close to the edge of this hole, where the remains of a spider web is just sort of flapping lightly in a bit of a breeze, the slope of the cavern floor very rapidly heads into the hole, and bearing in mind his relatively recent traumatic incident of a few weeks ago, I think, Merelicious is just keeping himself as close to the left-hand wall as possible. And he stops for a moment, looks back at you, says, "Yes, this is definitely it. Yes, I remember now. We are absolutely on course." And this body, this corpse, is here. Hopefully you can see where I'm pinging. Just a little pile of rubble. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to follow Merelicious as he walks.
Okay.
Wait till he goes a bit. I'll have a nosy at that body as well.
Yeah, Merelicious is, taking a cautious sort of like pace, quite stealthy, keeping well away from the hole, and looks like you're fairly close behind, sort of like Ragrut.
Does the hole look like it was sort of like just like the cave naturally formed?
Yes, very much so. Yes, and really quite worn away. And you can see where sort of like slides of dirt, sort of like track into the hole. Getting
Do we
close.
see any particular markings on the floor? Sorry.
No, that's right. No, not particularly. I mean, I'll take a scrutinise test or tracking. I think tracking's a skill in this game, isn't it? I think so. Don't think anyone's got it, but...
No, I don't think it is a skill.
Oh, maybe it's not then.
Navigate or survival.
Survival will do. Scrutinise will do. Whichever you want and prefer.
Everyone or Shagbot?
Well, wherever you are, you can be doing one. Yep, Shagbok, because initially suggested it. Yeah.
I'll do survival with awareness then.
Okay.
Oh, didn't mean to do it twice.
Take the first one, it's good.
Yep.
I'm going to look at the body.
So Utarigna, you're scrutinising the remains. You can see where Ragrut had disturbed them by removing the bandolier of the darts. Who's got those, by the way?
I've got them.
Utarigna.
Okay.
Yeah, Snagger gave them to me. Now, you said they're silver darts, didn't you?
They are.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so, out of game, I know that's a spell component, but I don't think Utarigna knows that. So I will have just shoved them in my bag for now, unless it comes up.
Fair play. Shagbok, as Utarigna is studying the skeletal remains, you glance over and, in amongst the rubble and the dirt, you spot something, a sort of splotch of a white coloration. Just a little odd.
Okay. I shall go and investigate that splodge.
So you make your way over a little bit, close to where Utarigna is standing, observing this skeleton, and you see this sort of like white splodge in amongst the dirt. Now I'm trying to assess what this is. I'll take a folklore roll if you have one, or a survival roll, if you prefer that, something along those lines, sort of natural world type skill.
What have we got? Got folklore, but could I do survival and scrutinise with folklore?
Survival, scrutinise, and folklore. And that's 3 in 1. That's
No.
Synergize.
Synergize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can do.
Do survival, but synergise with folklore.
Synergize with folklore. Yes, absolutely. That's bang on. Nice. Yes, I mean, you have this hunch, and you get a little bit closer, and you can see where this sort of like white discoloration in amongst the rubble and the dirt, where it has been just disturbed slightly. Dip your clawed finger into it and scoop some of it up, sniff, and it's bat guano.
What?
Bat guano. Bat shit.
Can you put that in the chat? Bat shit.
Yeah, guano.
Okay. Thank you.
And quite a substantial amount of it too.
Maybe there's a giant bat.
Is it one giant splodge, or is the floor covered with little splodges? Is it from a giant bat ass? Or is it from lots of little bat asses?
This is a singular splodge that has been partially covered by dirt and rubble. It seems pretty substantial. It's not from lots of bats. It appears to be from, as you so delicately put it, from a giant bat bottom.
Okay. And what about this?
I heard
Body?
that noise. I heard that noise. It's the giant bat over there, I tell you.
Okay. Be quiet, don't wake it up. If we wake it up, we'll kill it and we'll eat it.
Well, we've got to get past it.
Go on then. Stop talking. The body that there's parts of.
Yes.
So, obviously, like, I've had a look at it myself.
Mm.
I can see it's a torso of a body, like you say.
Mm.
There's some meat on it.
Yes.
Could I tell what kind of, unless that we've already done this, is it an elf? Is it a halfling? Is it a man?
I'd take an assessment that would use maybe something like healing and folklore and or scrutinise, some combination of those, whatever works best for you.
Sure, what I were going to do is eat some of it. It's not that old, you said.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can tell. I'll use,
You've got cooking as a
use
trade
my-
craft or chefing. I don't know.
No, but I've got a split face, so I have to flip to fail anyway. So I'm going to
Brilliant.
synergize my scrutinise with, like, awareness,
Okay.
but flip to fail anyway.
Yeah.
And just eat some of it. Well, okay, there you go.
Well,
I
Nice.
ate some of it.
so even though your olfactory senses have been impaired by this old injury that you carry from times past, it was at the time when a dwarf axe got embedded in your face. It's very inconvenient.
Did it on purpose.
You recognise this is the taste of probably 4 or 5 days old man flesh. Delicacy. Ribs of man flesh.
Hey, this is man ribs. I hand some to my brother straight away because we like man ribs.
Yum. Meat's back on the menu,
Then-
boys.
Yeah, I have a nibble at that. when I've finished, like we saw Merelicious do before, if I finish with the ribs and there's a little bit left on it, I'll toss it down to Ragrat. You can have my leftovers. As long as you're looking after that knife of mine, don't forget.
Ragrat says absolutely nothing.
Dear. At the back there, Jabir, you've been pushing away carefully, quite low headroom at this point, and have sort of like emerged to encounter this scene. Everyone seems to be having a snack, but you and Ragrat. What are you doing?
I'll see if I can start pushing my way up. See how much I can see.
Yeah. Start shoving your way past.
Don't fall in.
Yeah. It's got a vertiginous sort of drop there. And the spider's web sort of billows up slightly as you step forward, and you can see Merelicious has got his sabre out and is sort of scratching in the dirt where the bottom of this sort of little cliff edge is. And he sort of like looks around and looks up at you. You want to do a scrutinize test or eavesdrop?
See if I can do a scrutinize.
Go for it. Synergize some or other.
Do anything like that. I'll do scrutinize, eavesdrop probably.
Yep. Crit.
Nice. Crit.
Well
Yeah.
done.
Okay. So I mean, you're several feet above everybody else, so you're much more aware of the top part of the cavern than anyone else is, naturally. And here there are quite a lot of rocky outcrops. Stalagmites, stalactites, which one of those is appropriate, sort of like thrusting down. And up above, you glance above Merelicious and this rise of this little cliff, and you just catch for a moment a glimpse of something black, bulbous and shiny, an eye, and then it disappears behind this stalactite. It's about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 yards away from you, about here. Just saw a glimpse of it, like something peering around a stalactite.
Are there any loose boulders, stones on the ground?
Oh god, yes, plenty.
Lovely. I'm gonna lob one where I saw it.
Excellent. So picking up a decent sized chunk of rock, we'll count this as an improvised sort of like throwing weapon, and you can hurl it for a simple ranged attack.
Nice.
And what's your PB, your perception bonus?
5.
5. So, the effective range in terms of accuracy and doing anything harm is 1 + 5, 6 yards. But you can hurl it further than that, but it sort of like ceases to sort of like lose its accuracy as a weapon. So if it had been on top of this promontory, you would have been able to catch it, but it's a bit too distant. But this rock hurls into the gloom and just sort of like bounces off that stalactite, and then you hear and see the movement of this creature. It is wrapped around the entire stalactite, and it is an absolutely massive giant bat. And you have disturbed it.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Cool.
It is large, so it's as big as you, Jabir, and is pretty much perfectly camouflaged in this sort of dirty, dusty, rocky, black-grey, sort of fleshy body with a bit of a furry chest.
Do we now see this, or
Oh,
we're still just
yes.
chewing on bone and flesh?
No, as you finish gnawing your delightful delicacies of a la carte man flesh on ribs. It's not a sentence I thought I'd ever say. You know, as you witness Jabir tossing this rock and disturbing, this whole stalactite just seems to come alive, and you see now clearly for what it is, this annoyed giant bat hanging upside down from the ceiling. Roll initiative, please. Thank you.
Gonna fight a bat. Oh, I forgot to select my thing again.
No! It's a crime! Take a corruption.
Uh,
How do I
in
put
this
my-
2 weeks, Steve, has Shazgoth had a chance to do murder a little animal for the next 24 hours worth of
Definitely, she would have one.
however that works?
Yeah, she would have blood magic prepared.
Alright, wicked.
Should I? What do I have to do to get myself on there? Do I need to roll it again or what?
Yeah, if you want to roll it again, and then we can hand correct.
Would you place bug on the turn order? for
I
me?
can do.
Oh, I'm glad I rolled it again.
Yeah, but it's 12. Harsh, but harsh. And I need to roll for this delightful giant bat, I'm calling it.
Are you calling it delightful giant bat?
Yeah, I am.
Nice.
So is this one that falls from the ceiling, the stalactite?
Yes. And it was hiding itself by grasping around it.
Mm-hmm.
So, up first then, the ever alert and expecting to die Ragrut.
The bat is just hanging there, is it?
It is now clearly sort of like visible now that it's moved, hanging there from the ceiling, and it is massive.
Right. So, I think what Ragrat will do is just kind of move over to here and jump around a bit, make noises at it, stick his tongue out, go blah, do what it does.
So you hustle over for one action point, and then
Yeah.
there's some kind of performance.
But just the usual Ragrat, you know, nonsense.
Yeah, it's
Jumping up and down. Blah!
its large bulbous eyes focus on you, and it hisses, and you see these rather disturbing, sharp-looking fangs.
Master, it's got really sharp looking fangs.
Kill it.
What? I'm no.
Given that you've entered an encounter, I think you ought to roll for your mushroom use, right? How many are you
Okay,
hopped
yeah.
up on? Might as well see if that helps you.
Coke. Right. Mushrooms. Is that the Battle Frenzy one?
It is
isn't it?
Battle of the Frenzy, absolutely.
Okay, so I've got to roll a 1d6 chaos die.
Please do.
That's just a 1d6.
It is just a d6, yeah.
2.
Shazgirth
got-
has this as well. Do you do it on your
Oh.
turn, or you just do it at the beginning of a count?
Beginning of an encounter, so they can do it now if you like.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so I'm under the
No,
effect
she
of
don't
2
have
doses.
Yep, so
2 doses of red cup mushrooms.
so that's +2 modifier to your damage threshold.
Right, okay. Which, oh gosh, I've got a feeling I didn't get rid of it last time. Hold on.
Oh right, it might already be there.
Yeah, it's already there. So that's where it says mod 2, yeah?
Indeed, yep, that's absolutely right. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. But this time Ragrot is not running in and attacking it on his own. Doesn't matter what Master says. Because
I'll push you down that hole.
he's too shit scared, basically.
Fair enough.
Because of all the teeth. And the fact that it's so much bigger than him. But, you know, once someone else is in there as well, then he'll join the fray.
Is the bat on the ceiling? Did you say?
It is. It was cloaked around the stalactite hanging down from the ceiling. It's still hanging upside down from the ceiling. So it is probably about, because it is so sort of like sizable, you know, about 6-7 feet up. So Jabby could just reach up and pull it down if he wanted.
See how Ragrot
Okay.
can't even reach it. Ragrot
No.
can't reach
Is it
Can't reach it.
Is it a fear creature? Like, do we have to do a fear thing, or is it just a critter? Do we know anything about bats? Is this like, you know, like the spiders can talk and all that stuff?
Yeah, these are more
About that.
monstrous sort of like beasts. They're not intelligent from what
Right.
you know. I mean, you've probably encountered some and heard of some, but these are very large by the standards of giant bats.
Okay. So, also at the beginning of an encounter, then does it do the stomp the yard thing for seeing Jabir?
We do indeed, yes. Let's get that underway. Now, you've still got a couple of action points in the back pocket, Ragrut. We'll come back to you if you want to do anything with them, but we'll do Stomp the Yard at the beginning of the encounter for this bat. That means it has to make a resist test, right? Do you want to pop that in the description for us, Jabir, to help remind the old ailing brain? Your intermediate, you provoke fear. Okay. Which is 2d10 plus 2 if it succumbs. So let's give this... Oh, I'm getting a preemptive herb derp in there. Okay.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry.
Nah, that's alright. Do. Get it to resist. Oh, crit fail. God, blow me. Oh, I can't believe it.
Where's that come through? I haven't seen that come through.
Oh, did it not come through? Why is it whispering? I might have it set to whisper. Oh. Yeah, let me turn that off. I did. I rolled 99 versus 40.
Wow.
So this bat, you know, has turned his attention to Ragrut for a moment, then sort of like scans round as it sees the towering form of Jabir, and quakes in terror at the sight of him. Do you want to roll 2d10 plus 2?
Yeah, let's do this.
Peril
11, 13.
13. It's got a peril threshold of that much. 7. So that's imperiled. It is now. Ignore one skill rank against you. This bat. Make sure I got the right one. I did. There we go. Yes, it does not seem very pleased to see you. It continues to sort of like hiss, and it's dividing its attention between you, Jabir, as it is terrified of your looming presence, and Ragrut. Now, Ragrut, a couple of APs still in your possession, 3. One is just for defense. Do you want to do out with them?
My signal is terrible. I'm doing my best.
No
I
worries.
understand what you're saying to me.
Oh, I see.
Um,
It's a bummer. You've got a couple of APs.
I got kicked off.
No worries.
Yeah, I got kicked off Discord for a minute, so I'm not entirely sure what's been going on. But as Jabir's done his bit, yeah.
He has just. We've just done Stomp the Yard, so the large bat has seen, clapped eyes on the towering troll, and seems to be rather terrified of him. And so his attention is now divided between the troll and yourself, and it is just hissing. It's still your turn, Ragrut, though. Sorry.
Right. Well, I mean, I literally can't reach the bat, so there's very little I can do. I don't have any ranged weapons, so I'll just wind it up a bit more by dancing around and going, putting my tongue out, wagging my hand, that kind of.
Would you
as
like?
if I was a 10-year-old in the playground.
Would you like that to be a special action? I mean, you could do that sort of like potentially as what's it called? Litany of hatred, intimidating it, or you might try to bolster your allies, or just want to present yourself as a target.
I think. No. I'm gonna try as an intimidate, I guess.
Okay, so you can do that as a straight intimidate as a test, or you can do it as a litany of hatred, which is also an intimidate test, but has a few extra effects. It's up to you.
How do I do litany of hatred?
So you spend one action point, make an intimidate test.
Is it a what do you call them? Hold on.
It's a special action, so it's not a perilous stunt. It's the table below and the actions in combat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I was going to ask. Is it a perilous stunt? Because I got special powers with them.
Ooh.
Right, so I'm just up.
You just want to roll intimidate and synergize something.
Right, I'm just reading the little thing.
No worries.
Right, okay. So I'll do intimidate and synergize. Oh, what can I synergize? Toughness.
This is a very impressive display of ferocious movement.
If I was, I'd just laugh at me. Oh.
But it's a success nonetheless, and so that bat now suffers -1 damage and peril threshold. Well done. As it is clearly, it's already been badly perturbed by the sight of this gruesome troll approaching. It's now going to contend with you and your antics as well. Excellent, I'll give it that penalty. And Jabir, I believe you're up next. You've got a couple of APs to spare, Ragrat, if you need them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep them for safety.
Okie dokie. Yeah. What do you want to do, Jabir?
First things first.
Herpy derpy.
Shit. Well, that's only 2. How tall is this drop here? Is that something that I could just climb over easily?
It's about 15 feet high.
Okay, so not amazingly.
Can Shazguth try and give Jabir an assist with the herp derp?
Yeah, she's got action points for a reaction. Absolutely. If she wants to call something encouraging and sacrifice an action point for a reaction.
She'll use her. What's she got? She'll use her like. She use navigation maybe to be like just watch where you're looking and don't fall down that hole and that be navigation or something else. Hang on. Or guile.
Guile, I
Jabir,
think.
just focus. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Turn. Is it any better? No, sorry. Just the same. She distracts you while you're trying to focus.
Okay, so
Right.
2 APs for you, and Shazguth has sacrificed 1 AP. But it will refresh on her turn anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, so I can't climb that easily, so let's start charging around.
Excellent.
So if you can pull it off the ceiling,
7.
stab it.
There's one AP to move. I'll do a second one, and I'll get right up on it.
Right up underneath
Use all my
it.
AP to move.
Yeah, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, it's within grasping range, sort of like potentially as you thunder along, charging your way at sort of like maximum speed, and you know, this bat does not like you approaching. It's quaking and sort of like terrified, you know, because it's already pretty discombobulated by your approach. Okay, brilliant. Brings us to Shag of the Box. You're up.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to actually get up there. My movement is 6. So I could do a charge, but that only gets me to where Ragnar is at the moment, I think. So,
Double.
yeah, it'd be 12 then, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth me. I mean, I could do.
So hang on, let me just check. A hustle is 6 hexes of movement, right? Charge would be 12 hexes. I think that's more than enough to get right on top of the bat.
Really?
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like double.
Yeah.
Double move.
Right,
isn't
but
it?
When you just put that arrow there, it shows 6 hexes when you moved
You're
it up to
only here,
Ragnar.
right?
Yeah. Look, you're only 6
Look.
hexes.
Yeah.
So double move gets you right up there.
Look at the hexes, not the yards.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at yards.
okay. Okay. So I would like to use my ambidexterity. My battle axe. So I literally just take the 2 axes off my back.
Okay. Yep.
And stupidly, no, I'm going to just so I'll get up to him. So choose that. So I run all the way around to get up to him.
Yep. Charge all your way up.
So
Yep.
that's
Perfect.
So that's 2, isn't it?
2 action points spent. 1 left.
I should have said other than
Yeah, you could perhaps end with a bit of a leap up, and I mean a battle axe is a fairly substantial sort of like long weapon, so you could take a swipe at it even though it's hanging down. You're pretty tall anyway. Bit of a leap up.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna try and just. Okay. I will take a swipe at it with my axe. See if I can take its head off.
Go for it.
So change page. Combat battle axe. What difficulty rating is this?
Standard. No, actually, +10 because it's large.
Routine. And do I get anything because Jabir is there as well?
No. 3-on-1 starts that. You may be comforted by his presence.
I was going to say, I'll hold his hand as I take the swing.
Well, with your axe, you got axe in both hands and you're taking
Oh,
his
look
hands.
at that!
Oh my word, that is a brutal hit. Okay. So... Oh my word, okay, so... If it was trying to fight this attack off, then it needs to make a parry. So that'll be -10. Okie dokie. Go. Yeah, so it tries to sort of like fight you off these, you know, by sort of like confusing you with flapping its like huge wings and gnashing at it, but you're not distracted by any of this, and your axe cuts into the flesh of the bat for, at the moment, 17 damage.
With the charge, I get to add a
Sure.
1d6 fury dice as well.
Indeed, yeah. Stick another d6 fury dice in. This is not a favoured enemy of yours, a chosen enemy as of yet, but another 5 on top.
22.
22.
Could I not change one?
You could.
Another 6? No.
You can do. One did explode. Yeah, but you've still got another one that you could change.
Yeah, I'll use one of mine to change it.
So you make that a 6, so that makes it 28, and of course it explodes, so you can roll another d6. $31. Okay, were you using a personal one there, or one of the pool? Oh, a personal one.
Yeah.
Okie
Personal
dokie.
one.
Nice work. Okay, so you lash out at this bat for 31 points of damage. It's got a damage threshold of 7, so that's instantly slain. How do you take out this monstrous bat in one blow as you roar up charging?
Well, I imagine this. Is it hanging upside down in some way?
It is, from its claws. Yep.
Yeah. I'll literally just take its head off.
Sort of like
Run up and
decapitate it.
slice it.
Oh, yeah. Cleanly.
I'll look at Jabir. Stop fucking around, Jabir.
I somehow imagine that Jabir, you know, who is prone to back injuries, has run all the way up, done his best, lumbered up, and then is sort of maybe lowering it, holding his lumbar sort of like region, breathing rather heavily.
I am an overweight, middle-aged man after all.
Okay. Yes, so excellent work. You have taken out that bat.
Would I be right in saying that the bat wings would actually be pretty good armor, or like, or something like that? Cultivated.
It could be.
Not for me.
It could be, yes, of course, you know, it would have to be appropriately trimmed off and then tanned and cured and processed to be useful. You can't just use it.
What about the venom? Any venom in this bat?
Well, you don't know. Didn't bloody get any chance to bite anyone, did it? You fucking took it out in one blow, didn't you? So we'll never know. Uh,
Do bats generally have venom? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
don't think
That's
so.
where some
Maybe. I
of them
mean,
do.
there's some
Some
do.
Got it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd take a survival roll from anyone about your knowledge of bats.
Well, Ragnarok is happy to cut it up and find out. You know, with his surgical skills. See if there's anything in there, you know, in its teeth or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, this body
Ooh,
can be
nice,
readily
Jeff.
sort of like
Wow.
dissected.
Wow.
A crit success, sort of like survival. Jabir just rattles off. You're pretty convinced, Jabir, that this is not venomous, but this particular form of bat is known to have a particular fondness for warm blood and probably carries some pretty horrible diseases.
Ew. Let's not chop it up then.
Do you tell us that? Or you're like, yeah, carry on, eat it.
Yeah, I'll let everyone know that it can carry disease.
And
But if you want to eat it, eat it. I don't give a shit.
ooh, no, it's not great eating.
No, from Ragnarok. No thanks.
And Ragnarok, you do, now you sort of like see it sort of like up close as you were sort of like, or a bit closer. I got the impression that you were sort of assessing it for potential butchery. See that it has a number of ticks, large sort of ticks and flies sort of crawling around in that matted fur on its chest and abdomen.
Gross.
Mm.
So Ragnarok will go and poke around and have a look, but he won't eat any of it.
Okay, yeah.
He loves gross.
Hmm. Well, you seem to have taken care of that minor obstruction, and Merelicious jogs up, late, of course, with his saber. I am already. Oh, you've taken care of it, shit. Marvelous. Oh, vampire bats. Giant vampire bat. Well, this one is rather impressive, no?
Vampire?
They suck the blood. They love the blood, yes. Le sang-froid, as they say. Ou le sang-chaud. Oh my god, this French goblin now speaking French. I've got to stop that.
I smack him round back of the head.
Oh, that's
I
better
got
than
him.
you.
Talking about.
I'm almost tempted to pick up the wings and put them around me and say, I've got wings of shields of steel.
Okay, that's enough. We can't do IP violations. It's all the sweat, Oh, what it is a magnificent creature, though. And he sort of like lifts up the wing, and you can see how it articulates, and it's got a claw at the edge of the wing, and it is huge. Imagine what a giant bat the size of a horse looks like. It's sort of like unfathomable. And Utteriga,
Is there
yeah, I see
any
you sort
sign
of
of,
poking
like,
around there. Yes.
A nest or something.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a look down there. Go down there.
Yeah, do you want
See if there's any kind of. I'll light a torch as well. Like, I know we don't really need them, but
to... No. But...
like, I was thinking if it would have got to my turn, I might have lit a torch just to like put off the things that live down here in the dark.
So you get your
So I'll do
torch
that as
lit and illuminate, and it casts some flickering yellow baleful light down towards where you see this large sort of like stalagmite and stalactite formation in this little bulbous dead end of a cavern at the end of your vision. Now make a whatever kind of if you're making a scrutinize test, I'll give you plus 10 because of the added bonus of the illumination.
Right. I'll do that. Scrutinise. synergize. I'm going to synergize my like awareness. I'll take a +10. Poke around in there. Success.
Okay. Yeah, possibly in reaction to the flame. Because the flame isn't improving your eyesight much. You prefer pitch darkness, but what it has done is disturb what you now make out to be at least 2 further giant bats hanging upside down, disguised as stalactites. You know, because they are disturbed by the illumination and the flame. They're just hanging there at the moment, rather sinisterly, swaying gently, and they're about 10 feet up.
So they have seen me with a light. They just haven't taken any notice.
No, but they have just sort of like their movement responding to the light is what drew your attention to them.
There's no other way out past them, is there?
Not beyond. It's pretty much a dead end looking that way, you would say.
Eternal just reappeared on the screen.
Yeah. Wow.
Which way is it then, Merelicious?
Yeah. Well, you know, these creatures, they are quite, what do you say? They have a family and chums. There's probably, if there's one about here, there's probably more. We should proceed with caution. I would say.
Then I suppose, you know, it doesn't do me any good to start attacking stuff really for no reason if I'm here on my own. I guess I would back out a bit and just wave everyone. There's 2 more in here. Gabir, if you want to make up for that one my brother stole from you, 2 more in there.
You know what? Yeah, fuck it.
Oh my god, really?
Okay.
Shit, okay.
Eternal to
I've
come
been
back
having
on
to
screen.
listen to Merelicious bitch and whine for like weeks. It's a lot of
Yeah,
pent-up anger.
It's driven Jabir to the edge, and he comes sort of like pounding around this sort of like promontory. And you see these 2 giant bats sort of like hanging up, you know, from the ceiling. Well, you know, I'm glad I didn't get rid of the turn order completely.
Right, okay.
Let's just pop it around to Jabir then, if that seems okay with people.
Yeah.
And yeah. So you've used what? Well, you better do a herb derp, right? Technically. And you do a stomp the yard.
Will assist again.
Excellent.
She would have been moving.
You provoke fear in these bats. I'll give them resistance whilst you herpeth the derpeth.
There you go, 39.
Ooh, excellent. So with the support of Shazguth, how does Shazguth support Jabir to keep on track?
I think she's taken to like, you know, like sticking quite close to him. Really, I think it's to get hold of the dog. But she's always like, you know, with the slippery words and, you know, oh, just focus. You're doing great, Jabir, and watch down that way. Don't let these others like, you know, make you feel small. You can do it, you know. And he's always like whispering at him and, you know, bigging him up.
Yeah.
But she's sly.
Shout out. Give us a call if you need some help, Jabir.
So
Keep my axes together.
Can I as well being that I was sort of having a turn, can I have? I guess I'll put the torch down, or I'll just hand the torch to Shazga so she can hold it. So
Yeah.
she's doing something useful.
Absolutely. you
But
can
I would
pass that
like
over.
to have knocked an arrow, got the bow out and knocked an arrow.
Absolutely, quite happy for you to have sort of spent the intervening time
Nice.
readying weapons and being prepared and doing actions as Jabir kicks the whole thing off again. Thought we just got out of that encounter. Never mind. Right, so 3 AP for you. I've just rolled the Deathbat's willpower test. 1 succeeded, 1 failed. I whispered them by mistake. So
Awesome.
one of them is
Right.
juddering away and the other was just glaring at you balefully. That looks a bit like a charge to me, or is that a...
That would be all my movement to charge up, yeah.
Excellent, but you've got all of your AP, so you've got 1 to spare. Do you want to blatter one, or grab it, or what are you doing?
Let's smash it with them all.
Smash it with them all! Plus 10 for its largeness, but that's not enough.
Fortune point.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
some...
that's it.
Yeah, there's tokens in the pool on the right hand side. Marvellous, thank you. I know a bat who might want to use that. Shit!
Oh,
Nice, look at
maybe
that.
not.
Wow.
Okay, so this bat is going to try and fight. Was it the one on the right or the one on the left?
The top one.
The one on the right, okay. Let's see here. So it's got plus 10 to that. So that's 50. Switch off the whisper. Adjust it by hand. And it's slower more, so I can give it plus 10, can't I? Yes. And then I need to adjust that, so I'll give it plus 20. Okay, so as you swing at it with your double-handed maul, it wriggles and scratches and sort of like tears at you, and fights off your attack with the maul. It's a standoff. Well, that's an AP spent. I believe that brings us up to...
that's my go.
Yeah! Brings us up to Shagbok. See a scuffle
Sorry,
break.
did I miss my...
No, not yet.
No, you didn't. No.
Okay.
I'll
No,
call out.
we stopped fighting for a second, and now we've
Oh.
started fighting again.
I will call out to Jabir. Need any help in there, Jabir? Don't get any response, so I'll take it he's all right in there.
I call you. Come and help him. There's 2. You
okay.
want to kill another one, don't you? Anyway.
So I will. I should get there then, shouldn't I? 6 hexes.
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, so I shall.
Charge up.
I shall charge in. Oh, God.
Yeah.
The wrong thing. I think I'll get to about there. Hello again. Right,
Yes.
and I will. Yeah, I'm still doing me ambidextrous and
Absolutely.
bad axe.
Two-handed with bad axe. That gives you an automatic reroll. We must remember that. Bad axe.
Yep.
So roll with a plus 10 because of its size. So you blatter the one in front.
Plus 10.
Nice.
I
Okay.
can still do a reroll,
You could, but
so get a better score.
you can do. But hold off. Let me do the parry first. Otherwise, you're just wasting your reroll.
Yeah.
One bit of the page. And it's a slow weapon, so you get it's +10, but it's -10, so that's sort of like equal, such as that. Oh, fights you off! Bloody hell, these bats. Yeah, I mean, as you're coming up and sort of like swinging with your battle axe, you know, so it's lunging out and throwing you off strike with its sort of like hissing and its fangs and its clamouring of these huge batty sort of like wings. Fights you off.
Okay. Can I do then my reroll with my ambidextrous? I've got 2 weapons in my hand.
A reroll won't make any difference unless you maybe got a crit.
Right. Okay.
Not an extra attack, is it?
It's not an extra attack. It's a reroll if you fail, I believe. Actually, it's not a reroll if you're successful. So bad axe gives you a reroll if you fail your attack, I believe.
If you fail an attack, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Alright, so you've charged up and stand alongside. Now, it is the bat that you have just laid into and has fought you off. Now has its turn. And it just detaches from the ceiling and then, you know, and descends upon you and attempts to bite you.
Okay.
I presume you've got an action point to spare to defend yourself, or 2. Oh, I don't think you have you?
No, I haven't, because I charged, and that's 2, and then I've done it.
I'm sure.
Who's he going to bite, though? Is it me?
You just attacked him, he's attacking you back, having fought you off.
Yeah, I just glare at it.
Okay. Right. I don't think it's got any other bonuses. Oh. That's a fail, but someone seems to have recently given me a token.
Oh, who done that?
I don't know. But I'll take it. Oh, to no avail. Yes, so, you know, it tries to sort of like coordinate it. It sort of like flops down and then kind of like opens up these wings and starts flapping at you. So it's in mid-air, sort of like flapping and flying, and takes a bite at you, but these large vampirous jaws clamp down close to your ear, but no cigar, as you just glare at it balefully, doing nothing else. And it misses. I will just adjust its AP. Shazguth. Of course, you're in a good position here and witnessing all of this. What would you like them to do?
Well, I think what she'll do is she'll do inspiring words. Try that
Nice.
first. So she just starts, you know, wailing out some prayer to the Witch Queen sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? Leadership test, isn't it?
I believe it is, yeah.
Leadership.
Yes.
So she'll synergize her incantation because it sounds cool.
Yeah, using mystical, ritualistic words of prayer to the Witch Queen.
He will spend a second action point to just try it again.
Okay.
I said removes the veil again from her
Muffled.
wedding dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, if you can't hear me, fucking out, it's worse. Well, much as I don't like you having fortune points, I'm gonna flip one over
Okay.
to give her a reroll on that, see if she can do it. One more, if she can't do it now. Do that. Oh, brilliant.
Yay.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Yes.
I said And then everyone gets +1 mod on your damage and
Peril
is
threshold.
that
Yeah,
right?
yep. Number of allies equal to
Brilliant.
fellowship bonus +1 damage and peril threshold.
Yeah, so she's got 6, so she could do everyone except for herself. But I don't know if you can do it on yourself anyway, because you're inspiring other people, aren't you?
Pretty much. That's the way I interpret it thus far.
Yeah. So everyone, including the dog, although that's probably by accident, doesn't really intend to inspire the dog on purpose. So that she's used 2 action points. I think what she's going to do is just move so that she gets the light in here, because she's got the torch now.
She has got the torch.
And hopefully that'll maybe affect the bats. I don't know if it does, but you know, they live in caves. Maybe it's like they don't like it.
You certainly do see Shazgoth as Shazgoth approaches that they react to the light, you know, sort of flittering there even more. I mean, one is flapping furiously in front of Shagbok, assaulting him, but they do seem to react to the light.
Cool. Alright, that's her turn. Got any action points left?
Spaffed the AP!
She can move, so
And
that's fine.
Utarigna is up now, and then
Okay, so
a bat and a bug.
I'm gonna stand here and use her as a bit of a shield. 1 action point.
Okay.
Second, now I haven't used the bow before,
Okay.
but I'm going to try it. Got plenty of range on it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can do this. I'm going to do an aim
Yes, you
for
can.
+10.
Yep.
And I get +10 because it's big.
Correct.
Still?
Yep. So you got +20.
Brilliant. So I'm just going to change it to +20. The front one, the one nearest to me,
Yep.
I assume attacking my brother. Pew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, other mod note. Pew. Oh, by 1 point. Okay.
Ooh.
So what have I got there? I'm going to use one of my own fortune point. Oh, hang on, let me get it out. Use one of my own to change that 1 to a 6 that I rolled.
Okay.
That gives me
11. And
11
another.
damage, and then I get
another.
another D6.
Yeah, go for it. Roll another one.
What was it? What was it on?
11. So that's 13.
12, 13.
Okay.
I'm
So
going to use one out of the pool. No, I'm not done. I don't believe 13's enough. Use one out of the pool
Okay.
to change that 2 to a 6.
Okay.
So now it's 11, 17, and another D6. Come on. 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 damage. I mean, shall I not do that until see if it dodges or whatever?
Yeah, I was
Or
just
does it
looking
not
to
see
see
from another corner?
what it has got. I am going to give it a dodge, but given that it's currently engaged, I'm going to make this hard for it.
Okay. And
Actually,
it's got
because of the
minus
fire
20
in front of it, I'm going to
anyway.
make it arduous, so it's -30.
Right.
Because it
And
doesn't like the
minus
flame.
20 for me. For my +20.
I think I peak at
That just
arduous.
Right. Okay.
I think it peaks there.
Okay. Cool.
So here we go.
Okay.
Pretty sure it failed, right? Yeah, you can see it. I've got 1 to spend. I've got 2 to spend, but
Oh, you don't, because I didn't spend them until I did the damage.
Oh, I see what you mean. So I don't have them available to me until the damage kicks in. So yeah, no, you're absolutely right. So your arrow slices into the body of this death bat as it is flapping around trying to bite your brother. And what was the total damage again? Remind me.
1 second. So it was 11, 17. 89, 20, 22, 23.
23. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so 7 takes it to lightly wounded. 13 takes it to moderately wounded. 19 takes it to seriously wounded. 27.
23.
23. Just below the threshold of grievously wounded. But
Okay.
you have got it. Hang on. But
Moderately wounded?
correction. Actually, it is seriously. No, hang on. Let me do that again. So that's 1,
Previously.
2, 3. No,
Mhm.
it is. Sorry, I'm counting little pips. It is seriously wounded.
Okay. Which is 2d6, right?
2D.
No,
Yes.
moderate is.
Moderate is 1. Serious is
Moderate,
2.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Go on.
Go for
I'm
it.
going to use a fortune point to change one of them to a 6.
Okay.
Flip it over. Boop. Now I get 2 injuries instead of 1.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Serious is on
Right,
top.
now it's moderate.
No, serious.
Okay, cool. 1.
Yep.
1 is skull fracture. Boom.
Can't see it.
I shoot it straight in the head.
Probably can't see it just
And the
because of your
other one
position.
is-
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's.
yeah.
okay.
If we
I can read it.
let, oh, yeah. See
Sorry.
that?
I can see
Put it
it.
in the corner where they.
Yeah, that's where I was just
where
about
the
to
fortune points are.
put it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll drag it
dragging that
over
one
there.
in.
You have a go. Yeah, excellent. Want to flip that one?
And a busted kneecap. Anytime you fail a skill test that relies on brawn or agility, you suffer 2d10 plus 2 physical peril.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. Fuck you, bat.
So it has to flip the results to fail of all skill tests because the skull fracture, and then
Yeah.
I mean, how many knees does a bat have? I mean, this is a limb injury. So whenever it fails any skill test and it
Oh.
has to flip to fail all skill tests that relies on brawn and agility, it suffers physical peril. Okay, marvelous. So this arrow sort of like
Nice.
strikes it in its limb and then ricochets and smacks it in the head. Hear a cracking of its skull, and it's in a terrible way as a result of that.
Can I ask something?
You may ask.
Sounds a bit negative. So you just shot it with an arrow, right?
Correct.
So you got one card that says skull fracture. How can you possibly get a busted knee?
It just described how
Well,
that
when
happened.
I hit it in the head,
Yep.
Right.
when I hit it in the head, it banged its
Okay.
knee on the stalagmite.
Yeah, I just-
stalactite.
Just before
Yeah,
you asked
sorry,
the
I
question, I
missed that
just
bit.
described what happened. It ricocheted. Could have been just
He
ricocheted.
said it.
I missed that part.
You're welcome,
It
brother. Pay attention.
Steve, I heard what you
Really.
Thank you.
I did cut out.
Check
So,
Yeah. Never mind. Anyway, we got there in the end. This bat is an awful way. I'm going to give it a yellow blob and assign the odd yellow blob to these cards.
Injuries.
Okay, yeah, so I do have a death bat up next. Oh my god. Just fight a bit of Roll20 furniture. That'll do, that's close enough. Uta Ring of Dung there. Beautiful round with your bow.
Yep.
Marvellous. That death bat is dead. So Bug, what do you want, Jabir? What do you want Bug to do?
Bug is gonna come to the aid of his master using 2 of his action points to charge.
Okay. comes roaring around the corner, yapping his head off, barking sort of like ferociously, and jumps up at the bat.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's see if I can.
Ferocious bite.
No, I can't.
Snarling. Now, I mean, there are some little fortune tokens. Possibly. You might want to use. I don't know. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, let's give the bug another chance.
Nice one. Fucking
That is
hell.
awful. That is really bad.
It seems pretty clear to me that the Roll20 random dice have said what they're going to say. Well, 2 left in the pool. I'm going to leave them there or plough on.
Yeah, leave him there.
Fair enough.
That'll be my turn.
Fair enough, mate. Bug's turn. Okay. Right.
Need to find out what that yellow is. Because if we don't use the 1, then it's a crit success. If we don't use the 1 when we roll a d10.
Yeah, I absolutely
0.
agree, but I think I'll leave it for...
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm just
Yeah,
ignoring
yeah,
it right
yeah.
now, and I continue to ignore it until
Fair enough.
I found out otherwise. Okay, so the death bat
Until the
that...
Zweihander guys correct us.
They'll correct us, yeah. It's that is struggling with you, sort of like Jabir, the one that you lashed out at, detaches itself from the ceiling and sort of like launches itself at you and attempts to bite you. Have you got any AP?
Nope.
Oh, good.
That's fine.
Gets in a bite. It's not going well, but I've got a few to spend legitimately now, I do believe, so I'll take those. Ping and keep rolling. Oh, my word, that went green. I saw that. Okay, so yes, it sort of like bites into your hide for 14. Got an exploding. I'm going to take 1 of my fortune points because I know you're a tough geezer, and take that 1. Make it into a 6, so that's an extra 5 for 19. Then a d6. So 20 damage from this bite.
Moderately wounded.
Oh, okay, yes. Moderately wounded. 1 dice then, potentially, for an injury. As its fangs sink into you. I'm going to flip a token. That becomes an injury. And you take a moderate injury. What the hell?
Oh, bless.
You're joining Merelicious in the limp brigade. This is the injury he had earlier. Oh, I can sympathise. It's excruciating, but in your efforts to, ward off the blows, whilst it sort of like bites you in the shoulder, you find you turn over on your ankle. So until fully recuperated, you have to reduce your movement by 3. You twist your ankle, and that is the end of that bat's turn. And we come up to Ragrut. Ragrut, over to you.
sorry, I've been coming and going, and also my signal's been coming and going, so I'm a little bit kind of not 100% knowing what's going on. But that one with the yellow blob, that's really injured, isn't it?
It is, yes. It's got a cracked skull, and thanks to some ricochets, we established it's also got an injured limb.
Oh, is that how it happens?
Hang on. Limb.
And then it ricocheted to its head.
It
That's
did!
what you said.
It did, yeah.
I heard that. Right, okay, so if I do a charge
Yes.
and I get an extra 1d fury die to damage, don't I?
You do indeed.
My movement is 8, so I can easily get over to the one with the yellow blob,
You can do.
and I will stab at it with my pokey sword.
And you get
My pokey
plus
sword.
20 because there's now there's now a mass melee going on here. At least 3 on 1, I would say. And
Yeah.
it is also large, so plus 20 to hit as you come hurtling around the corner with your stabby weapon.
Okay. Look at that.
Excellent.
And I get an extra dice. Is that just like 1d6?
Yes, you do. But hold on a second. Let's see. It did
Yeah.
a movement, an attack. It held an action point just in case. I'm just checking because it's
Okay.
got skull fractures. It has to flip the result to fail all skill tests. Okay. So it attempts to fight you off, but it's got a flip to fail because of its busted cranium.
Didn't he use his action point to try and dodge my arrow? Or did he have more than one?
He had more than one. He had 2 at that point, I think.
Yeah, I think he did. Oh, crit failure! It means he can't use the token.
Can't do anything, and also it virtually presents itself as a perfect target. I'm going to give you a free extra fury dice.
Nice.
So I get 2d6, yeah?
You do indeed.
Yeah, well that's rubbish, isn't it? Can I use a thingy to change one of them into a 6?
You can
Did I have
indeed.
to do-
Fortune
Okay, where are the
token.
thingy?
They're on the far
On that
right.
side.
Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom out a bit here.
I'll flip it for you.
Oh, I see. Oh, we got.
Yeah, you got loads.
Well, don't yeah.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Lucky git. Lucky gits.
No, it's just automatic, isn't it, on this one?
Yes, it's automatic.
that-
Yeah. But then another D6
So-
because it's exploded.
Oh, what the fuck?
17,
So how many
18,
is that?
19.
Yeah.
19 I make it. Unless anyone's maths is
Okay.
better than mine. Do you want to stick or twist?
What you asking me if I want to use another one?
Oh, yeah.
Why the hell not? Everyone else does.
Yeah, okay, so we take that 2, we turn it into a 6, which gives you 23, and then roll another d6.
Another 3.
So 26
26.
this time, yeah. As you come hurtling around, and you know, just the full momentum of your charge, and you bury the stiletto knife into it. Are we done now, or did you want to have another go?
That's it. I've got one action point. My extra special action point.
Okay, let's see the outcome of this damage then. So yes, it's got a damage threshold of that and that. Describe to me how you slay this already horrendously injured bat, because that's what happens.
Okay, so I will just run up, jump, and just stab it face.
Which is already fractured and in a pretty bad way from the ricocheting sort of like arrow, and you sort of like plunge the stiletto. It doesn't flare red this time, you notice, which is a little disappointing, but that's only for the old goblins and orcs, you know. But nevertheless, you know, you virtually pin it to the stalagmite sort of like behind, and the bat loses its life. Nicely done.
Excellent. Do
Nice.
a bit of jumping around and
Celebrating.
screaming with excitement.
Yeah.
Drawing master attention to my wonderful deeds.
Can't see it because you're behind
Would it be
Shazka.
alright? Be alright if we had a cup of tea?
Absolutely. I was just about to say, should we call it for a brief break? And then sort of like return, and it will be Jabir and Shabbok to carry on getting rid of these bats. And we're back. One cup of tea later. Where is my tea? Yes. Jabir. So yes, you are in deadly combat with one of these giant vampiric death bats that's tried to bite you unsuccessfully. And it's now your turn as you see the bat immediately to your left be stilettoed to its grisly end. What would you like to do?
1, that kicks in, and 2, do a herb dirt.
Herpy derpy. So your wounds start to heal up. And you need a resolve test. Shazguth, got any helpful words of advice?
No, she's no action points. Neither have I. We used them all.
Oh, that's
I mean,
fine. Split them all.
What's Merelicious doing? He hasn't had a turn. Let's call him round.
I mean, from his position there, is he actually even on the turn order?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't even put him on the turn order. Okay, hang on.
No.
Let me stick him on. Boop. And
Just say on his turn he moved down here, and then he's got an action point to give Jabir assist.
yeah, I'm happy to do that. Oh. Let's put him. That puts him. I'll put him after you, Shagbok. But he could have been moving previously, so that he's in a better sort of like position. He doesn't want to get too far away from you. So yeah, he will use an action point to try and assist. I think it's really important, Mr. Jabir, that you pay attention to the giant bloody bat. Giving you a 23 success. 3 action points are all yours as you snap to. The whole reason you came thundering around the corners to get away from him, and the source of irritation has just brought you to your senses. 3 AP to yours.
Lovely. Let's do a split attack. So the first one.
Okay.
First one's at -10.
Unless you decide to use an action point first to aim, and then you could have it as +10 because of its largeness.
Yeah, you know what? If I can I aim and then do a split attack? So
Yeah.
What does that do?
So, all in all, it gives you a +10 for the first one, and then a -10 for the second.
Awesome. Let's try that then.
I see a furrowed brow from Uterigna there.
Nice. Look at that. Is this a cold shot? That's what you're doing?
No, it's an aim.
No.
So it takes aim for the first one. Oh, actually, the aim wouldn't apply for the second one. Oh, never mind. I'll work it out in a minute. Yep, that's
the
what
brow.
your furrowed brow was for. Yes, I know. I can detect a furrowed brow of rules quizzication. Right, you twat at him. Now, I believe he's got an AP. It will attempt to defend. It is a slow, so that gives him +10.
-10 for the aim.
No, the aim makes it easier for you to hit them. It doesn't. -10. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Actually, it make it even harder, won't it? I'll play it. I've clicked through too far, so that actually would be 40. 20 against 40 is still a success. So as you lash out at it, it just panic swipes with its leathery, batty wings and gnashing jaws and fouls your attempts to twat it. So first attack has gone astray, but you have another one. So you get +10 because it's big, -20 for the second action. So I make that -10 for your second hit. Check for furrowed brows. Oh no, okay, I'm alright.
There we go.
Oh, nice one. Now it can't defend against this. So at the moment you've got 18 points. And I believe there's a few fortune tokens lurking around in the pool.
Yeah, let's take that 3 and turn it into a 6.
Alright, 18, 19, 20, 21, and then a d6 on top. 22, 23. Are you keeping it there?
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Okay, 23. Alright, so that takes it to lightly wounded, to moderately wounded, to seriously wounded. It is seriously wounded, so you have 2d6 chaos dice to roll. Or a 6!
Nice.
Alright, so you can draw a serious injury card from the top deck.
I have something for that as well.
Ooh, do you? Oh. Okay, so you could draw
Instead of one.
2 serious
Brilliant.
injuries then. Oh, well. Okay, right, everyone.
I like.
Yeah, I love that. Oh shit.
Good thing I've got that then.
Fortune's Mercy. Okay, so second one then. Shell shock. Until fully recuperated, they cannot add fury dice to damage. Well, that's rendered it relatively impotent, as this blow sends them into a traumatic, stressful reaction, and you can see that they are discombobulated, not even able to defend as they were in that moment, but are seriously wounded and shell shocked as a result of your blow. Nice work. Nice. Now, Shagbok. Ideal moment for stealing a kill.
Absolutely. So again, I'm going to be using my ambidexterity.
Yep,
And
bad axe. Yeah.
And I'm going to Am I close enough? Is it one action point to move forward, or is that will be enough just to move forward a little bit?
You could just shuffle. You can step forward. I mean, technically, that is a hustle.
Okay. I will. So hustle. Okay, it's one.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to use 2 action points to simultaneously both axes.
So 2 attacks. So minus
Yeah.
10, minus 20.
Minus-
Yeah, but no offhand penalty because of ambidexterity. Yeah, so take your first hit, and this creature has nothing action point wise to spend.
Would it be? So it's. I know you said minus 10 for the first, didn't you?
So it would be 0. It would be standard because it's plus 10 for its large, and it's outnumbered. So actually, you get plus 10.
Plus 10.
Woof!
Wow.
So that's 17 points of damage you've inflicted thus far. Stick or twist. It is seriously wounded.
Just a quick twist. How many have we got in?
In the pool at the moment are
None.
2.
0.
2.
Oh, 2.
2 at the top.
Yeah, go on. I'll use one.
Alright.
So I'll do a D6.
Yeah, so you've turned that
Oh god.
0 into a 6. So that is maths alert 23, and then 1
What do I-
24.
Okay. That's my first action.
It is. Let's apply that damage as you lash out at this bat, and it is helpless to defend itself. So 7 takes it up another one, 13 takes it up another one. There's no more other ones. How do you end the life of this death bat?
That's right down the middle. Right down the middle.
Bifurcate
Pour out
it,
everywhere.
split it, and
Yeah.
bugs and ticks sort of evacuate the premises. And this is an X-bat. An X-death bat.
Oh god. I think we need to get a token back from you.
Shut your face. It's the best I can do in the circumstances. And it's Merelicious' turn, and he just sort of like runs around the corner at the last moment and goes, "Oh no, all done. I was ready." He had his saber in hand.
This has been a reoccurring theme with him.
And we're at the moment out of combat.
Cool. Is there anything else around where these bats were nesting, like, you know, more like dead folks or stuff lying around?
Yeah, a few stray bones. With, you know, clear teeth impressions where they've been nibbled on by the bats, and quite a bit of guano. But not much else of interest.
Are there any, like, can we tell if there are any, like, dwarf skulls or elf skulls? Or elf bones even, or dwarf bones?
Yeah, a little poke around in amongst the bones and in the rubble and in the accumulated detritus. And you do come across some pretty old, worn leather armour and a couple of skulls. Take maybe a survival and or folklore or something to try and identify the species.
Just a quick question. Does this now make bats one of my favoured foes?
Having successfully defeated them, yes, they become a chosen enemy.
A chosen enemy.
What did you say? Folklore I could use?
Folklore or survival.
Okay. Synergize my folklore. Oh, crit! Look at that. Beautiful.
Nice.
Excellent.
Beautiful. A critical success. Yes, so I mean you feel a sort of swell of anger and hatred as you recognise the shape and the form of these skulls, both of them, of being of dwarven in nature.
I'm gonna take one as a souvenir and give one to my brother.
Absolutely.
Hey, look what I found.
Wow. What remind me? What is it?
It's a dwarf skull.
Dwarf skull.
I'd throw it at you like a football and bat you in the head with it. Wake up, Shagbug.
Well,
I was just
actually-
I was just adjusting my character sheet, brother. Shut up.
You can play football later.
I don't think we have time for exploding
Yeah.
any fourth walls. I mean, this is delightful. But perhaps we should move on. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, I take that dwarf skull as a souvenir and take the torch and just start heading off. Come on. Wasted too much time in here.
And so you start trekking your way up northwards.
And just keep a lookout for any more bats.
Absolutely.
Merelicious, which way is it?
Well, if you give me a minute. Where's that troll gone?
Ages.
Is he coming?
Come on, jump here.
Is he stuck in the corridor again? Lumbering up behind. Okay, no, yes, hang on, let me get to my bearings. Don't rush off too quick now. I'll take an awareness test from Uterigna, Ratgut, and Shazguth at this point. As Bug the dog goes running after his master. And feel free to synergize with whatever you wish. A crit! Wow.
No, that was the last one.
Oh, is it? A success!
It's survival.
Failure.
A failure, yeah. Why is Ratgut
And,
blithely unaware? Are you still hopping with mirth from successfully stabbing that bat?
Excited when I kill things.
Oh, yes. Oh, and a crit from
wow,
Jabir.
go on, Jabir.
Wow.
Nice,
Okay.
Jabir.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So as you... Okay, so a success from Shazguth, success from Uterigna. Shagbox roll there, or have I just missed it? And a crit from
No, I'm
Jabir's.
just doing it now.
No worries. Okay. Jabir, stay where you are. You've just spotted something a little unusual. You glance to your right as you are pushing your way through this tunnel. Again, low heights and a success from Shagbok. Nice one, thanks. Low, this ceiling is a bit low from you, and you have to sort of like push your way through these perilously close sort of like stalactites, and it causes you to pause a while. And with that crit, as you glance to the right here down this narrow tunnel, which you couldn't possibly fit through without an awful lot of squeezing and persuasion, you just notice this fallen boulder has chisel marks in it on one side. This is worked stone and has no place in a natural rough cavern. Those of you who were successful just notice the coloration of this rock seems a little different, but Jabir notices the tooling marks that this has been worked deliberately by stonemasons in the past.
By what? Sorry.
Stonemasons.
Stonemasons.
Mason.
Artisans, yes.
I stand there like that, thinking about it, looking at the skull.
Yeah.
Is there a way that I can start pushing it out the way?
You can.
Get past it afterwards.
Yeah. I mean, it's very firmly wedged. It's not that big, but it's very firmly wedged. So, could you make some kind of strength-based, brawn-based, athletics, synergized with
can I assist
something?
him if he's he's told us what he's doing? I'll give him an assist. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have said like this thing over here.
Absolutely. Come over and roll an assist die. You squeeze through that narrow passage and help from the other side.
Nice.
So 54 is a success and a 24 is also a success. So sort of like between you, you manhandle this boulder. Perhaps plump it down sort of like over here. It's quite dense and sort of like heavy, but nevertheless, it enables you to squeeze through this tight gap. You definitely wouldn't get through from where Utarigna squeezed through, but with a bit of squeezing and maybe someone shoving you sort of like from behind and pulling you from the other way, you could manage to squeeze through. And you see beyond, there's further rubble of a similar nature close by, and now that it's been pointed out to you, you can also see at points worked stone. That there are tool marks here and there on parts of this rubble. You feel it's possible to clear it away.
Ragrat's like, what are you lot doing? Who cares about stones? Come on, let's go.
Go on then, I'll catch you up. Make sure it's safe in front.
I feel the need for maybe a brief pause and a light snack, says Merelicious, looking through his bag.
Ooh, what snacks you got? Can I have one?
Oh, of course, yes. Look, here, I've still got, it's slightly mouldy, but it's perfectly serviceable. An elf foot.
Elf?
Get that.
I'll nibble on. Oh.
Ooh. Well. And so, Jabir, Utarigna, and Shagbok, what are you going to get up to?
I'm going to help him clear away this rubbish. Come on, brother, help me do this.
Yeah, I move over and help.
Okay, so you sort of like shift up, and there is this mass of collapsed in rock, and you start shifting it. It takes time, but eventually you're able to clear away this rock, and as you start to pull it down, so some of it tumbles down, and you start to see the outlines of an entrance. This is some kind of worked stone tunnel.
Are there any sort of markings around there or anything? I mean, I think even though I wouldn't know Dwarvish, I wouldn't know what it said. I think I would know Dwarvish writing if I saw it.
Hang on.
And I'm pretty sure I know that dwarves work stone.
You do. Bear with a second. I'm just
Great.
going to clear away something, and you'll get a better view. There we go.
Ooh.
What's that? See?
You're prescient.
Okay. I mean, maybe I don't know. Do I know how dwarves set traps all the time? We must know dwarves set traps all the time.
Oh, you're more than familiar. I mean,
Everyone-
you probably
everyone
have
knows that.
cousins and relatives who've fallen foul from dwarven traps in the past, so you're well aware that they are taken to inscribing and ensorceling runic devices. And yes, you have sort of like spotted, although it's partially obscured by judicious use of dirt, some kind of symbol engraven into this worked flagstone floor. You can also make out a sort of in the far corner there, a statue of a dwarf with its hands resting on an axe, an old battered looking weapon rack on the opposite wall, a stone bench, and a rather imposing set of double doors to your immediate right, and some kind of sort of ceremonial, well, sort of bird bath looking thing, again engraved with that curious dwarven writing that you know to look at but don't know to read, and filled with a trickling water.
I think I can
Right.
read Dwarven writing. Because when we found the caravan, it had something written on it, and I read it.
You did.
Wasn't in Dwarvish though, was it?
Wasn't in Dwarvish, no.
I don't know.
Don't think.
Black speech, wasn't it? Or no?
Can I just fling a little rock, some rubble onto that rune? I just want to see if it'll blow up or something.
Okay, with your suspicious mind, you reach down and grab one of the many fragments of stone that you've cleared away, and a bit of dirt, and you can toss it onto where that the rune lies, and the rock and the dirt just sort of settles and scatters across the flagstone, but you don't see anything else, nothing sinister, no flaring of magic as you anticipated.
Okay. Well, come on, brother. I wait to see if Shagbot goes in first.
I'm gonna do an awareness. Have a look.
Okay, keeping your senses finely tuned for danger.
I'm going to say to Shagbot on the sly, you don't want all these people to think you're weak, do you? Are you scared to go in?
That was scrutinised with. Sorry, that was awareness with scrutinised.
Okay,
Survival, actually. Sorry.
awareness with survival.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, I mean, you being half brother to Uterigna, also share family members, cousins who have lost their lives to dwarven traps. You've seen, you know, the earth and the rock being scattered onto the rune, but it still troubles you that it might be dangerous. They're very devious, these dwarves.
Yeah, Shaskov, get over here.
Can she'll say, move out of my way then. I can't have a look if you're all blocking the door. And she'll go to here. Can she do any kind of sort of like Arcana check to see if... Not Arcana, what is the...
Incantation she could use to try and assess
Yeah,
whether or not
incantation.
the way that this rune is
Anything's
laid out.
magically
Yep, absolutely.
trapped or anything.
Yep.
And she'll synergize her awareness.
I'd say this would be hard.
Okay, well, she didn't do it anyway.
No.
She says, it's all fine. I don't know, let's have a look if there's any...
I think she has
anyone.
Does she have a trait for flipping incantation? I've got this 20% likelihood
maybe
that
she
she
does.
has
Let's have a
something.
When casting Generalist Magic, you may automatically succeed at incantation. I don't think it's that.
No, it doesn't apply to that.
Hatred, blah, 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 blah,
No,
blah.
that
Oh,
was
I forgot
what
to
I
use
was
that
thinking
one.
of, and it doesn't apply here.
Okay.
So first glance, it's hard to perceive. The dirt and the dust around here is obscuring much of this rune. That's your first
Right.
take.
Or can she? I mean, it won't help with that roll, and I don't know if this would help anyway. But she has this. Now I don't know if it would affect because if it's in Dwarvish, but when you attempt to understand secret symbols or signs left behind by others as a warning, you get a 10% base chance to skill tests.
I'll accept
So
that.
if she can tell dwarves of, so she'll insist that it's our fault for being in her way and shove us all out of the way, and we'll move out and give her some space, and then she could maybe just try it again, but use that.
Yes, I'll accept that.
So she'll use incantation again.
Mm-hmm.
She'll synergize her whatever scrutinize, but that gives her an extra +10.
Yes.
If she does any better. Oh, only just, but that'll do. She's like, Jabir, you're blocking the light. Get out of my light.
And as you're sort of like bent down,
I've still got that torch behind her.
Shazguth,
Go on.
she's bent down, you know, with the torchlight behind, you know, sort of like illuminating. A foot makes contact with your butt, and you stumble forth into the room. As Shockbok kicks you up the arse.
Good man. I was thinking about doing that myself anyway, but
All three of us, we were looking at pushing her in.
covering. Even the dog joins in. In fact, the dog probably does join in. It's sick of being like constantly under threat from her.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Jabir was definitely tempted to push her in because of
Yeah.
The rune flares, and Shazguth needs to make a resistance roll, not with toughness, but with the other one that begins with R that I can never remember the name of.
Resolve.
That's it.
Resolve.
Yes, please.
Okay. Right, I'll just roll it. I don't know if she has anything. Can she synergize like her toughness or whatever?
Yes.
Synergize something. Should she do it and then standard or something else?
This is difficult.
Is that challenging, hard, or arduous?
Hard.
Difficult. Hard. I imagine half of this is because we shoved her in.
It hasn't helped.
Made
No,
it even more hard.
it is.
Oh, bitch.
Wow.
Oh, what?
She's used to people
Yeah.
like backstabbing her.
Yeah, this rune flares up, a momentary blinding sort of like light, sort of like suffuses the entirety of the chamber, and Shazguth momentarily has an overwhelming drowsiness comes over, and she sort of like recognizes that this room is instilled with a version of Shut Eye, her own ritual spell, and shakes it off, and is otherwise unaffected.
She's
Wow.
like, oh, which cream protects me? That's what it is.
Oh. Hang on. This is absolutely seamless.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. Let me move her out of the way. Oh, wow, okay.
Oh wow.
Isn't that
Hey,
awesome?
look at
The
that.
tools
Yes,
you get
that's
as a pro DM, you get these wonderful tools.
Yeah,
For fuck's sake.
brilliant.
Yes.
She steps on it again to see if it does it again. Does it do it every time you step on it, or does it wear out now?
Make another resolve test, please.
Does she get a bit of a bonus because she's prepped for it?
Yeah, it's not as hard. Take it one level down.
So it's just challenging instead of hard.
Let her continue to
Oh,
let
she
wear
doesn't
out.
give a shit. Right, yeah, the Witch Queen.
And again,
And I are
light,
pals.
sort of like suffuses around her.
Oh, damn, look.
But she remains as the light
Wow.
sort of like dies back down again. Just a sort of maybe a little yawn.
Alright, she says, well, if you didn't notice, don't step on that room. And then I guess she's going to go to... She'll probably go for the statue and examine the statue out of everything.
Yeah, it is a finely carved but very old looking statue of a dwarf dressed in priestly robes by the look of it. You recognise the sigils of the dwarven lord Mahal woven into it. I mean, you can't decode the sigils, but you recognise the iconography. That this seems to indicate that this area is a ritual site of Mahal, a temple, perhaps, or a tomb.
Wow.
Okay, and there's doors. Is there any... What's this? Is this like a shelf or
A
something?
long stone bench for the worshippers or the faithful to rest their buttocks before they enter the holy temple. It's a sort of like an antechamber of contemplation, but there is also that weapon rack.
Yeah, is it not empty though?
It is empty,
You see?
but it is a curious thing to find in a ritual antechamber.
Not for orcs and uruks.
Mm.
It's where we sacrifice people all day long. Probably don't think it's a big deal.
No, Leah, look curious
But yeah,
maybe
she
for
can
dwarves.
Have a look at all that.
Mm.
Yeah. Alright, she has a look at that. And the statue, I guess, see if it looks like got Action Man eyes or anything.
No, it is merely a stone effigy of a dwarven priest. Nothing more sinister than that. It's not animating. Don't get your excitement. Don't get your hopes up. Not animating bloody statues every 5
Alright.
seconds.
Fine.
Yeah.
She blows dust off the weapon rack and has a look at that then.
It once housed, by the looks of it, probably axes and mauls and clubs, one-handed and two-handed weapons. It looks like it has seen quite a considerable amount of service, worn in places where weapons would have been rested and then plucked forth. But whatever was in there has long ago since been removed.
Okay. Big door, is that open? Is it unlocked?
It is closed, as you can see. Double doors in an archway with, again, more dwarven runes carved into the lintel over the top and around the sides, deeply etched into the stone. It's wooden, treated and banded, a dark teak-like wood with steel bolts. It's really very impressive and formidable. It's a level 2 door.
Oh, is it locked?
Well, how are you going to determine whether it's locked?
Well, Shazguth, now believing herself to be completely invincible
Yes,
because of the Witch Queen's protection,
indeed.
just tries the door handle, whatever. Push it open, pull it open, turn the handle.
Yeah, I mean, there are sort of metal, steel-like plates indicating that this door would normally just be sort of like pushed open. And without a further thought, it's not like this character's becoming disposable or anything. Pushes at the door, now needs to make another resist roll, please, as a crackling energy from the metallic plates is transferred into the hands of Shazguth.
Is it resolve again?
Toughness this time, so more of a physical assault.
Oh dear, she's no good at this. Synergizer, whatever, athletics. What's the rating?
Challenging.
Okay, ba-bam. Nope, she doesn't do it. Does she want to use?
Nope.
She, of course, she hasn't got any of her own fortune points, has she?
No.
Yeah, she's just gonna get zapped by that. I'm not
Is this
using that last
You're
one.
just gonna-
'cause we might need it.
blue, crackling, sparkling energy is
What?
transferred from the plates into her hands? Sorry, Ragwood.
Can I let her get killed off?
Oh, you could come in and help her. Come on, crack on. Come in. I step out of Ragrat's way. Go on, Ragrat. Thought you were going up ahead.
No, that was-
Well, we're safe, but you want to go in and help Shaz?
That wasn't
Come on,
Rag-
then. Wasn't it?
That was Pip speaking, not Ragrat.
No, we're not. We're just letting nature take its course.
We've just got a shield, is what it is. You know what I mean? She can do all the things that we don't want to do just yet.
Yeah.
Shazguth.
So, what happens to her when she gets zapped?
Yep, so zapped as she is, it's sort of like you're stuck to the door as this blue coruscating energy passes from it, from the metal plates through the body of Shazguth. She takes 2d10 plus 2 physical harm.
Okay. I'm going to roll it because she's damaging herself, so...
Sure, I don't mind not rolling it.
Stuff. Okay. 9. So it's 9 physical, right?
Yes, it is. That's not enough to get through.
Okay.
Oh, it is. It is plenty to get through a damage threshold. It's pathetic. I was looking at peril for a minute.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
So it's over the first threshold and over the second. So she goes to lightly wounded, I think.
Okay. And is she still stuck to the door? Does it zap her away?
Now that she has taken that injury and she's a bit crispy fried orc, the jolting energy ceases, and she's able to step away, a bit frazzled.
Yeah. He's like, I think I've used up my Witch Queen's protection for one day. She sits on the bench. Let's see if she gets zapped again from sitting on the bench.
She sits down on the bench. That's all that happens, and can rest a sort of like little. And you just see the remains of this coruscating, not corrugating, it's a very different kind of thing, coruscating blue energy playing over those metallic plates, and then slowly sort of like fizzling away. And as we leave Shazguth sort of like slightly steaming with sort of like frazzled hair, maybe some scorch marks now on her wedding dress, just to go along with the rest of the damage and the gore. I think this might be a good place to leave it and pick up next time.
Awesome stuff.
Cool.
Really good, that.
Yeah, we could suck it up and get in there and help her next time, though.
Yeah.